I knew it. I freaking knew it. And you know what's crazy? Before I even get started in this video, I actually had a video uploading about the Brook Lopez, D'Angelo Russell move. But my cell phone takes like 20 years to freaking upload the video. I say, you know what, screw it, because I like to drop the videos as soon as I hear something. I don't like to wait, wait for the upload to happen. It takes like a day. I definitely had to change my provider because my cell phone is basically set up for business. It's not set up for, uploading videos and all that. I got a lot of apps and everything on it, so it runs real slow for that part. But anyway, I want to say this real quick. Jim Buss, Mitch Kupchak, screw y'all guys. I know y'all did this to get back at Genie. That's why I said before, when they made those long-term contracts, guaranteed contracts, they knew they were going to be out the door. This is a slap in the face to Genie Buss, because they knew that, if you get rid of us, at the end of the day, we're going to get you back. And this is payback, because in order to move the Mozgov and the Deng contracts, you're going to have to give us some assets, simply put. And they knew this. That's why they did that. They did this as a slap in the face to Genie Buss. I just want to make sure you guys understand that. I said it before and I said it over and over again. I said the only way the Lakers are going to make any moves is going to have to include Mozgov and Deng, because they're going to have to get rid of those ugly contracts. No one is going to take those guys just by themselves. And the only place that you can really dump those players is Brooklyn. Brooklyn is known for, dumping, your bad contracts, or just trying to get rid of contracts to get some draft picks. So I don't know. Brooklyn is like the dump place. But at the end of the day, Brooklyn kind of got a win out of this. Why? Because number one, they get a point guard. D'Angelo Russell wanted to be a point guard. He probably rubbed Magic Johnson the kind of wrong way. I don't know off the court antics or what it is about him. We can actually speculate all we want, but at the end of the day, D'Angelo Russell was the only favorable player on that team that actually could move. I mean, you already said that Brandon Ingram will not be touched. So you gotta look at it like this: how many teams will just take a Julius Randle or Larry Nance or a JC? D'Angelo Russell has potential, and you have to understand and realize that. I know a lot of people say it was a bad move, but in the reality of it, it's really not a bad move, because you get rid of Mozgov contract, you get Brook Lopez on a rental for a year. So at the end of the day, they can actually re-sign Brook Lopez, or the favorite thing that Magic Johnson got mad at Mitch Kupchak and Jim Buss about was the Demarcus Cousin move. Remember when he stated that how come they didn't make that move in order to get Demarcus Cousins? Now keep this in mind. I know a lot of people say, well, Brook Lopez can come back next year. He's a stretch. He can stretch the floor. He can do this and that. Now you got to understand, if Demarcus Cousin does not sign an extended contract with the Pelicans, he is a free agent in 2018 along with Paul George, if the Lakers don't give up no more assets in order to get PG-13. Now that's the only problem I had with that, but I'll talk about that in a second. Now Demarcus Cousin, if he don't sign an extended contract, he will be a free agent. That means the Lakers will have opportunity to actually go after him after the season is over. So that's a beautiful thing. So my only question now would be, who next would the Lakers give up? Because PG-13, his agents came out and basically said it. Remember, Magic Johnson can't really speak on it so as much because it could be like tampering. So in retrospect to that, his agent did come out and tell him, like, listen, don't trade up none of your assets. PG-13 is going to walk. Now with the Cleveland Cavaliers, getting into the mix of trying to get PG-13, actually PG-13 said that I'm gonna put a link an article to that as well. PG-13 said LeBron James never talked to him. They never really communicated. Based on the fact that him going to Cleveland, that's not even true. He said he's committed to the Pacers this season. After that, who knows? So keep that in mind. He didn't there's no clarification of him going there. Now, even though he stated that, but you got to keep in mind too, the reason why the Lakers are panicking, yes, I'm saying panicking, because they're gonna probably wind up making a trade in order to get PG-13 this season, and they might have to give up JC and a couple draft picks. But in reality, let's be honest, who can Cleveland really give up for? PG-13? I mean, the only one that I can see they really giving up for, because I remember Kevin Love. I mean, who are they going to give up for him? I mean, they can give up a bunch of players, but you got to remember, Cleveland already over the cap, with their salary. So who can they give up in order to get acquire PG-13 just for one season? So that's going to be a thing with Cleveland as well. But to me personally, that might just be a rumor. Just sports sites just throwing it out there. Just to get hoping that somebody grab it and run with it. Now the Lakers, to be honest with me personally, I still will wait. I will wait, and unless a team actually does make a move to try to get him, then I would look at it like that. But right now, I'm looking like, you know, do you really give up something else for, you know, in order to acquire PG-13? Because I don't know. Right now, it's just like, you know, the Lakers made a move with D'Angelo Russell. The main thing, like I said, they got rid of Miles Government. They got rid of Miles Government 4-year guaranteed contract. Well, now it's 3 years, but you have to do something. Listen, like I said, before people get mad at Magic Johnson, y'all really need to get mad at Jim Buss and Mitch Kupchak, because they left the Lakers organization in this situation where they had no choice but to move. Now, I was thinking that the Lakers were going to move D'Angelo probably around like the All-Star break or after the season, then go from there, because I really want to see D'Angelo Russell play the 2 spot, because I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of fans didn't really give him a chance. You know, a lot of these fans are basically Okafor fans. You know, because remember, we had a split fan base when Jahlil Okafor and D'Angelo Russell were in the draft. You know, a lot of fans wanted Jahlil. I was one of them. And a lot of fans wanted D'Angelo. So a lot of D'Angelo fans are upset right now. Jahlil Okafor fans are probably happy, you know, because they finally got rid of D'Angelo. And then there's fans who just didn't like him at all, who are happy as well. Me personally, like I told you guys in the videos before, JC and Larry Nance are my homies. So when somebody said that I'm a dick rider, please stop, because I'm not a dick rider. I look at what's the best interest for the team. And I knew that D'Angelo Russell was going to wind up being traded. I've been saying it over and over in all my videos that he's gonna wind up being the one being traded, because he's the best player on the team right now. He's the only one that can actually get him a chance to get, you know, to get rid of one of those contracts. So at the end of the day, you have to blame you have to blame Mitch Kupchak and Jim Buss for what they did. Now with Brook Lopez, keep this in mind. Brook Lopez is not a bad player. Yes, he was injured over the seasons. He's not a big rebounder, not a good defender. And one thing I want to do is, like, I really wish I could put that video up, man, because it's funny. I mean, but, you know, it takes forever to get loaded, and I don't have time for that. But Brook Lopez, you know, did meet the Larry Nance highlight, you know, with the dunk. But he will try to defend. Like I said, he's stretched. He can do a lot of things on the floor. The only thing about Brook Lopez is, like, will he be able to run a gun, and would he fit Luke Walton's system? Because Luke Walton loves the small ball offense. So in retrospect to that, how would he fit into this offense? You know, the good thing is that Lonzo Ball is a pass-first type of point guard, an old traditional point guard that will find Brook Lopez to give him his buckets. Same thing with Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram. You know, some players say, well, you know, the Lakers ain't better run because, you know, they got Lonzo. That's stupid, you know, because in reality, you know, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, and Lonzo all can bring the ball down, even JC. So it's not a bad fit, you know, and this is guaranteed that most likely they are going to get Lonzo Ball because they're making way. I mean, you know, like, put it like this, we can speculate all day. We can make all the excuses we want about why D'Angelo Russell was gone. But the real truth of the matter is this: it's business. Simple as that. They had no choice, guys. Get it through your head. They had no choice but to trade D'Angelo Russell in order to move Mozgov's contract. Nobody else, you know, would have made that move. Now the thing about it is this: now who do they trade now for PG-13? Me. I keep saying over and over again, I will actually wait. But, you know, it's up to the Lakers. Brook Lopez is basically a gift to Jeannie Buss, because remember, Jeannie Buss is the owner. She said it over and over again that she wants a star for the All-Star, you know, game, because we're hosting it during that All-Star week. And Magic Johnson, you know, in love with Jeannie, he's going to give her what she wants. So by them getting Brook Lopez, remember, he's a top 10 center, probably in the top 5, because he really ain't got that many centers out here in the NBA as of right now. And if you look at the players on the West, who really was going to be in that All-Star game? That's what it came down to. You know, at the end of the day, because they could have waited. To be honest with you, Lakers could have waited towards the All-Star break. But this had to do with the All-Star thing as well, because remember, Jeannie Buss stated she would be kind of depressed or sad if the Lakers don't have an All-Star player, you know, hosting in the All-Star game. So let's look at it like this: you got Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Westbrook, Harden. You got so many players that actually going to make the All-Star team as guards. Damian Lillard. I mean, you can go on and on with the West. There's so many guards that could make the All-Star team. Do you really think in your mind that D'Angelo Russell was going to make the All-Star team? Let's be real. Damian Lillard didn't make it. He got snubbed how many times? So, based on the fact of that alone, D'Angelo Russell was our best player on our team. The Lakers could have waited to the All-Star break, but it had to go back to where Jeannie Buss stated that she wanted an All-Star player for this coming All-Star game because she wants somebody to represent LA. Now you look at the centers: DeAndre Jordan, right? Goldberg, you know, that's in in Utah. So you really don't have that many centers in the West, right? So in retrospect to that, you get Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is actually a better scorer than both of them guys alone. You know, both of them guys are big defenders, but Brook Lopez is a better scorer. Now with Lonzo Ball there, it's going to help Brook Lopez average go up. Brook Lopez probably give us 20 and 7, you know, 7 rebounds, probably 1 block, and that depends on how Luke Walton use him. You know, because Luke Walton, I hate to say this, but Luke Walton will be on the fire too soon. I mean, because if they get all these pieces together and Luke Walton turn out to not be a good coach, he will be let go as well. So just keep that in mind. So does this hurt Luke Walton's strategy, you know, based on the fact of what he was looking for before Magic Johnson came there? You got to look at that, you know, tangible as well. You know, but anyway, they really got, like I said, they could have waited, but they decided to make that move in order to give Jeannie Buss her gift because she wanted an all-star player representing the Lakers. And like I said, Brook Lopez would probably have been the only best player that actually would get on that roster, you know, on the all-star, you know, on the all-star pick. And let's be real, I'm just being honest with you. He'd probably be the only player that get there. You ain't gonna get no guards there. And like I said, D'Angelo Russell was the best guard that we had on our team, really the best player. So it goes hand in hand. Like I said, at the end of the day, now we just got to wait and see what the Lakers going to do with PG-13 and all of them. Now, I said before, you know, when Mitch Kupchak and Jim Buss was here, I knew that a lot of times we wouldn't trade players, this and that, because they were sold into the young players. But Magic Johnson, I really don't know which direction he's going to go now. I mean, I did say that the Lakers are going to wait, but now I don't know. They might get desperate and might go after PG-13. They might give us some more players. Now, the only thing is, now PG-13 will be a one-year rental as well, if you think about it. If they give up more SS player in order to acquire PG-13, after his agent stated that don't give up nobody, he's coming anyway, and they give up more quality players, right? So now the question is, will PG-13 still hang around after the season? Because you got to remember, he said he want to come to LA. He can also go to the Clippers if people fail to realize that, because the Clippers need a small forward. Let's be real, you know, LA Clippers are still in LA. It's the same thing with a couple players. They could have you can go to the Clippers. So we got to look at that as well. You know, we can't put all our hopes in thinking that, okay, well, he's just going to be in LA, you know, because we're not sure. You know, if the Lakers let go a lot of their assets and then this Lakers team wind up being similar to what the Indiana Pacers are, will he stay with LA or will he go to LA Clippers? You got to think about that as well. Is that a guarantee that he's going to stay in LA? People don't really pay that too much of a mind. Brook Lopez, will he stay at the end of the season? That's another thing that we have to look at as well. You know, because you still got that Luol Deng contract sitting there. We got to get rid of his contract. So in order to get rid of Luol Deng contract, we got to get some more SS players. But be honest with you, I would just trade a whole bunch of draft picks. I mean, because if you get PG-13, you got Brook Lopez, the Lakers are most likely going to make the playoff. Let's be real. They're going to make the playoff. With Lonzo, PG, and Brook Lopez, they're going to make the playoff. They probably be a 7-8 seed. That means their draft picks are not going to be as high. They're going to be down low. So now you can give up a first-round draft pick because it might not be a top. It's definitely not going to be a top 5. You know, so you can make that move. You can actually, because Indiana going to get but Lakers shouldn't panic. Indiana's going to be the one that's panicked because at the end of the day, Indiana got more to lose than the Lakers. Number one, because once PG-13 is gone, they don't have nothing to get back from him. So the Lakers can give them anything. Lakers don't really have to give up no more assets. I mean, none of their young players. They can just give them draft picks. You know what I mean? They can give them draft picks the next 5 years. You know, because that basically PG-13 is what, 27? So a good 5 years of draft picks is not that bad. You know what I mean? Because in reality, like I said, Demarcus Cousin is a free agent. Most likely they're going to try to go after him, but I would definitely try to drop that, dump that Luol Deng contract. So what I would do if I was the Lakers, I would actually give Luol Deng and a whole bunch of draft picks to Indiana. Like Luol Deng and 5 draft picks. That's what I would do to get PG-13 because it makes more sense to me. You know, because you're getting 5 draft picks, 5 number 1 draft picks. You know, and Luol Deng, and that'll put Indiana in a good spot. I mean, at least you get something. I mean, instead of not getting nothing like how the Lakers were when they got Dwight Howard. Anyway, it's your man, Urban Lover. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section. I know some of y'all upset. Some of y'all are happy. At the end of the day, it's business. So, you know, if you're a Laker fan, you know, you just got to ride the ship and see where it goes. Don't be so upset, everybody. Just hang in there. Let's see what happens after this. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.